Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, we have a ton of crypto news to cover. I'm gonna first start off by talking about some of the crypto prices and how the market is generally moving. We're gonna then talk a little bit more about my trades and my technical analysis before heading over into a ton of different pieces of crypto news. And as often, not always, I'll try to put the timestamps down below so you guys can just quickly press any subject that you are interested in. But I of course recommend watching the entire thing because if you're a crypto hodler, you definitely might want to know all this stuff. So first of all, let's quickly take a look at the prices. Bitcoin at 57.3, Ethereum at about 3,800, BNB at 470, and XRP at $1.14. The reason I find this very interesting is mostly because of Ethereum, because that coin pumped today pretty damn hard. Now, over the last couple of days, we've been shouting out Ethereum, and that's because ETH and Bitcoin are basically having a race to all-time high. We can clearly see Bitcoin and Ether have about the same percentage to get, and that's what makes it quite peculiar because what's going to happen first? Ethereum to 4,000 or Bitcoin back to all-time high? Which I guess you could kind of call Bitcoin to 60 or Ethereum to 4,000, which is going to happen first. That is the big battle. To me, it is really interesting to watch though. About ADA, XRP, and Solana, I would say ADA and I guess Solana right now are being kind of neutral over the last let's say 36 hours or so. Again, if you look at the weekly here, ADA has got a really different course than most altcoins as I guess it just went down way more than a lot of these other coins did. And Solana is kind of on the same course as ADA, also kind of acting contrarian to coins like XRP and Polkadot and whatnot. Polkadot, for that matter, had a really crazy run over the last couple of days. However, today, not too good, but weekly, it's like the best performance out of everything, plus 20% or so. Having said that, what am I trading, what's going on, and what is the plan? Well, I would say that's quite easy. Right now, I'm not really trading too much. I think we have a Bitcoin and XRP long position open over in our Bybit account. Here you can see we have a 286% profit XRP long position and a $1,600 or 250% 40 Bitcoin long position with 15 times leverage. These are open on Bybit, which is the exchange that I use to trade. But I also right now have a Bybit competition going on where you guys can basically get up to 50,000 XRP for participating in total. And again, somewhere tomorrow, today, I'll be making a Bybit tutorial for all of you guys wondering. But yeah, it takes time. I just want to make sure the tutorial is good, which is why it takes some of my time. But it'll be good, guys. Don't worry about it. I got you all. A lot of you guys want a tutorial for it, so I'll get it done. In terms of my trading, though, guys, I always make sure I explain every single part of why I go through with this. And remember, if I'm showing you guys these numbers, you better understand that all of this stuff was for free, and you better understand that you can do the exact same thing. Do you need some skills? Yes. Is it very simple? No. But can you do it? Obviously, yes, you can. Now, in terms of TA, though, we are right now kind of leveling out here for XRP at about 13.5 cents. Unfortunately, I don't have TradingView open to show you guys why this level right now is important. But I think you guys can clearly see we are hovering around that for the last couple of days. And I guess it's actually only been this day, because I have a 1 hour open. Yeah, but we've been around this area for a little while. There's a couple of patterns which you can draw in it, but I'm just waiting it out because I don't think we're going to stay along this level for too long. I think Bitcoin is going to get some breakout rather quickly here, though. So I'm not really too worried about it, but yeah, tomorrow I'll most likely give you guys a more in-depth update on that matter when we go a little bit more into TradingView, a little bit deeper into the charts. But for Bitcoin, guys, I'm still extremely, extremely bullish, and I guess we're lucky that Ethereum had a big spike like that. Not sure exactly whether or not we'll crash soon after hitting the 60,000 for Bitcoin and the 4,000 for Ethereum. But generally speaking here, what a crazy movement over the last couple of days. It's just kind of fascinating to watch even, I find. Now then, Vechain, because again, we got some news on so many different things today. It's really quite interesting. One of the biggest logistics companies in the world is partnering with Vechain. Stay tuned. And I really wonder exactly what they're talking about here. I mean, Vechain isn't one of those companies that really goes crazy, at least usually, for the attention and yeah, how do you say it? Like wanting to sound more amazing than they really are. Not like Tron, for example. But it kind of feels as if they're really pulling a leg on this one or pulling some strings. I don't really know. Because, well, why did they announce it like this the whole time? I just really don't get it too much. But the way I'm getting it right now is Vechain is just really excited about the partnership which they have. And I mean, Vechain is such a solid project. I've talked about them for so freaking long on this channel for years, even when it was called Ven. Because Vechain Thor wasn't always Vet, but it used to be Ven a long time ago. Massive upgrade on Vechain Thor to bring in secure, use case adaptive approach. Vechain, an enterprise blockchain solution designed to bring accountability, efficiency, and transparency to supply chain management, has been trending. Vechain's native token VET made solid gains on the back of recent project developments. And by the way, guys, I am right now over in Dubai in a new hotel. I do wonder as well if people, because I can hear a lot more things than in my different hotel. It might be that I find me really annoying. I'm going to be recording a lot of videos here, but whatever, sue me. So Vechain here said, after much hard work, we're excited to announce the vote to launch the first phase of POA 2.0 on the mainnet is live. Cast your vote and join us for the next epic chapter for Vechain Thor and the world's leading layer 1 enterprise smart contract platform. And then they tagged VET and VTHO. So that's one thing, right? I mean, it's POA 2.0, which is definitely quite exciting. But if you look at the engagement, 3.2 thousand likes. This announcement got like 9. So I definitely am interested to know exactly what it is they bring and what the plans are. I mean, we all know the voting process for the major upgrade was there. But what is the partnership that they have? What could it be about? Then, if you're actually talking about whether or not Vechain is a good investment, please, guys, don't ask me because I do not give financial advice on this channel. But is Vechain a good investment? I would say yes. Why? Well, mostly because it solves real-world problems, and if you compare it to quite a lot of other cryptos, it's one of those projects which has proven themselves in terms of partnerships. If you guys remember, I did an interview with Cryptos R Us, and even there we established Vechain is one of the most solid projects in terms of partnerships that are in the real world and have been proven. That's also, I think, why people find it so fascinating that they have a large partnership like this, which they don't announce the name of, but do announce like the hint of which one could it be. I'm thinking it might have something to do with NFTs because they tag it. Then again, it just doesn't really make much sense, and it could be there's so many mysteries to the matter. But if you're asking me, Vechain is a very, very solid project, very solid proven. And so, yeah, I do believe there's a lot of possibility, I guess, in the short term. Now, Vechain is a blockchain-enabled platform that aims to improve the efficiency, transparency, and traceability of supply chains. That's always how I like to kind of summarize it. They have so much more that they do, but that's the small part in things. Let's move on, though, because, I mean, I can sit here for an entire day talking about Vechain, but that's not why you guys came here, right? Small Vechain, and move on with some other crazy crypto news. Shiba Inu, you guys like it, announces upcoming NFT sale. I don't think you guys like that too much. When I check the comments section, a lot of you guys are pretty excited about Shiba. And you know what? Put in the comments section right now, are you holding Shiba? Yes or no? Put it down there because it'll also, I guess, change how many times I talk about Shiba. If all you guys are saying, screw that, I will not talk about it anymore. If you guys say I'm excited about it, I'll definitely get you guys more updates on the matter. And again, just put down below what coin you'd like to see an update on next. And of course, guys, make sure you press that like button if you are enjoying the daily crypto videos. So Shiba Inu announces an upcoming NFT sale. Shiba Inu developers behind SHIB have announced an upcoming NFT sale. In a recent Medium post, Shiba Inu has announced the launch of an NFT collection named Shiboshis, and it will basically be similar theme to the SHIB coin, emphasizing the tongue-in-cheek nature of the coin based upon a dog breed. And will I buy this? Absolutely not. Can it be proper? Yes. However, I cannot recommend anybody to have anything to do with Shiba because this stuff is scary. It's a very hypey realm. It's quite a lot of money that you have to spend on it. You can see here, Shiboshi costs are based on tiered pricing. The first 3,000 will cost 0.1 ETH, must be purchased in leash for the first 24 hours. Shout out to X-Fund once again for the incredible oracle to help with the calculation. Next will cost 0.2, and then the last will cost 0.3. But that's a lot of money to spend on a little piece of nothing potentially. If you guys get my drift, I just don't know if it's a smart thing to get into. And I don't know the legitimacy of it. I don't know anything about it because I'm not going to buy into it anyway. But I just thought I might have to share it quickly with you guys for the people that are interested in this type of stuff. What I am a little bit more interested in is this right here. Investment giant BlackRock CEO says it's researching blockchain and crypto. So we know for a good while that they've been into crypto. I mean, that's not really new. But I guess more info came out, or Larry Fink, who is the CEO of this $7.7 trillion behemoth, has let go of more statements. I mean, Wednesday, October 13th here. Apparently, he's been letting go of a couple of extra words during CNBC's Squawk Box session. And I mean, good stuff. He's not sure what way we'll go, but they're looking into it. And that's literally the quote. Researching blockchain tech and the concept of crypto. And again, he actually was kind of bullish on the matter. He was kind of fascinated about how the way it's going and whatnot. But ultimately, guys, this man is a behemoth, yet crypto doesn't need his adoption or his approval. It doesn't really matter what he says or thinks. These are people in the traditional markets. And as I've said before, a true crypto maximalist, true Bitcoin maximalist knows you don't need a banker, you don't need an investment giant to actually get a proper currency going or a proper system going. It's just handy if you really want the price to go up or for more volume / more manipulation to come in. If you want mass adoption, this is the easiest way to get there because so many institutions will buy in because they do or through them. If you want a currency for the people, you don't really want them. So ultimately, you can't really tell me whether or not it's a good or bad thing because it depends on what you're talking about. Mass adoption, good. The true peer-to-peer crypto that people imagined so long ago, debatable. Then heading over into Solana. And guys, I'm trying my best to put the timestamps in, but right now I'm trying to make a little bit of an easier system for myself, where I kind of put down the name when I'm making the timestamp up front, so I don't have to kind of, it just takes a lot less time. But that's why every time I say the next subject, I take like 3 seconds or so to kind of put the timestamp in, so I can do it every single video. I hope you guys don't mind. Solana's Breakpoint event is sold out. Analysts suggest sole entry point. It's kind of funny. I've been talking for a little while right now about buying Solana. And the main reason I actually talked about buying Solana right now, I think at about 100, what did it went to now? Just now. Let's quickly check it out. I talked about it, I think, for a little while here. Why? Well, because Solana, I think, is kind of undervalued. Solana went down really rapidly ever since the network went down for a little while. And I think that people are actually just really, quote unquote, scared for the project right now because they're like, oh, but it went down for a little while. But the price went from $210 to $150. I think that's pretty low for the potential of Solana and the speed and everything you can kind of, already guess for everything that comes around it. Then again, I also just think that Solana might do really, really well in the next bigger phase of the altcoin market. But to kind of conclude for you guys, would I buy Solana in bulk right now? I'm not doing that. Do I think Solana is undervalued? Yes. Have I bought more Solana in the recent past here? Yes. What do I base it on? Well, because it went down and people got scared and sold it like crazy, but it's actually not that scary if you look at the fundamentals of Solana. It's not like the price shouldn't have gone so low like it did, if you ask me. So I think it's just undervalued, just my personal thought process. I don't like to add too much TA or anything like that to it. I just think this is a really easy case of people sell it because they panic, where I don't really think it was too necessary to panic this much. Then heading over into some news about Swiss referendum to add Bitcoin to bank reserves proposed. So let's do a quick little stop, pause, little full stop period here and say, this is a proposal. So this means almost nothing in the aggregate of things. This means there's an idea which is brought up, and that's about it. You cannot really do too much with this information except for the fact that it's being thought about, but nobody really knows, like what that means. It's like, okay, so it's being thought about, so what is it? If you guys get my drift, like what is it supposed to mean? In the Netherlands, you get so many freaking proposals, yet a lot of them don't pull through because they have no legitimacy in the real world. Meaning, a proposal doesn't mean too much just quite yet. Hopefully you guys get it. Now, even though that's the case, it's good, right? It's good. It's a Swiss crypto think tank, 2B4CH. And they have announced plans to gather 100,000 signatures for referendum on the Swiss central bank, holding Bitcoin in their reserves. And the way I got it right now from reading a little bit, referendums in Switzerland are a lot more important than anywhere in the world. So, I mean, That's pretty crazy. But again, it's just a proposal. We will see once we get further into the process. And of course, guys, of course, we'll make an update once we, get to that point. For right now, Russia has apparently got no plans to ban Bitcoin like China, says the deputy finance minister. That's some good stuff as well, huh? So when we actually saw Putin talk yesterday, I already wrote down that he's been quite fascinated with crypto. He doesn't hold it. He doesn't know if it will stay, but he is interested in looking into it. He's also recognized that the U.S. is basically messing themselves up a little bit in terms of the U.S. dollar and the printing that they've done. But I think literally from that reason, he knows, and also looking at China, the U.S. messed themselves up with printing too much money. China messed themselves up, kind of, with getting rid of the Bitcoin. Russia needs to stay neutral in both these sectors, and they're coming out on top. Right now, you can't really complain too much about Russia because they're pretty neutral on all the matters. And I think that's a really smart thing. So banning it would be bad. Going full force on it would be bad. They have to stay neutral and follow the flow. And I think that's the best, in their best interest right now. So I guess I'm pretty excited and I'm pretty happy to see them moving this way. Then guys, before I move over into the last section, I just want to quickly remind you guys to check out the Bybit competition. Why? Well, because it's so freaking worth it. There's 50,000 XRP on the line. I try my best to get you guys that. And I'm also telling you all, make sure you press that like button. I try my best to make these videos as quality as possible. And if you enjoyed this, please let me know by pressing that thumbs up button because I try so hard on these things. Now, Bitcoin wages might become available for Miami employee, according to City's Major. Miami Major is bullish on Bitcoin, looking forward to paying his employees with digital assets. I'm just excited about it. I have no idea whether or not this will actually pull through, but the idea that it's eventually potentially possible, something like that, guys, that gets me freaking hyped. Miami is a really, really freaking big market, so this stuff is huge. It takes some time for people to understand this, but the U.S. being so conservative on the matter, but Miami being so bullish, such a fun contrast as well. I know some true Bitcoiners, Bitcoin guys will not like it because it's, the upper layers of society accepting it, but in the end, you got to have something for mass adoption, right? I mean, it's a difficult way off, but I guess I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the process of seeing it in higher layers, and it's going to take a lot of effort for some of these major, let's say, Bitcoin maximalists for Bitcoin not to get adopted in this manner because there's just good prospects for it. But yeah, I guess it speaks for itself on Bitcoin. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.